Welcome to Where It Takes Us and our latest route. In this guide, we're looking at doing something a little different as we follow the course of the Cannington viaduct from the air. As we fly the area, we will still aim to show you what you might see and the history of the line and this part of East Devon. You can find the exact location of the Cannington viaduct by using what three words? Forgotten, model, builder.
Nothing seems to go my way these days. I feel the season change.
The Lyme Regis railway line was a railway branch line connecting the seaside town of Lyme Regis with the mainline railway network at Axminster, running through the picturesque rural countryside on the Dorset-Devon border.
Wherever the wind blows, I'll go. I'm not chasing it. Whatever tomorrow's gonna hold.
This imposing viaduct quite literally looms up in front of you as you approach from either direction, crossing an arm of the River Lym as it passes through the village of Uplyme. It opened in 1903 and closed in the 1960s. Close to the village of Uplyme, the line was carried by the Cannington viaduct, which was something of a pioneer, being one of the first to be constructed from massed concrete. It comprises 10 elliptical arches on tall, slightly battered, rectangular piers with projecting blocks at impost level. It is said to be the largest structure built for a light railway in the UK, and construction was approved by Parliament in 1899. Building work was subcontracted to a London company. The concrete itself was a product of flint extracted from railway cuttings in the local area. A 1,000-foot long cableway was suspended above the valley, supported on either side by wooden pylons. It was then used to move materials in place for construction, and from which the liquid concrete could be deposited into shuttering. The marks of the shuttering, which give the appearance of blockwork, can be seen. Precast concrete blocks were cast into the top of the piers. These were used to support timber framework from which the arches were constructed. The arches and spandrels are also precast components. The foundations is what the Romans would have called concrete, lumps of stone bedded into mortar to form a plinth. Above that, we can see that each step in the pier was built up in 3 layers. The stones from the tipping of the embankment were picked out and crushed to the required size by a steam-driven crusher. These crushed stones were then mixed with Portland cement and water to make the concrete. The latter, thus having been made, was loaded into the skip, hoisted by the cableway and carried to every pier. The westernmost arch we can see has exposed brick, whilst the third arch from the west end has been reinforced by an infilling of a 2-tiered brick structures, which are themselves arched. They are said to date from the time of construction, a consequence of subsidence. From the abutment, you can see the main arch ring in the end span to be rendered in brick. From below, you can see that the brickwork is just for the mid-span section of the arch. Presumably the abutment also settled, causing it to buckle upwards and need replacing. During its construction, and during the summer months, in the last year of construction, large numbers of people made a journey to the Cannington viaduct on purpose to see the work going on. For some time past, the viaduct had been a Sunday showplace of Lyme. The concrete parapets have recessed panels which give way to refugees that sit over each of the piers. It is often said in railway articles that the cement for the construction of the Axminster and Lyme Regis Light Railway, with its massed concrete Cannington viaduct and many bridges, came from the Lyme Regis cement works near the Cobb Harbour. However, the Lyme Regis Museum concluded that even if the lime works were operating at that period, it seems unlikely it could have supplied enough cement of consistently high quality and at a price which could not be undercut by a contract for bulk import by sea or rail. The Harbour Dues Book records the import of 1,706 tonnes of cement by the railway contractor Baldry and Yearburg in 1901/2. Some lime cement could have been used towards the end of the railway contract. When the report of the reshaping of British Railways, often referred to as the Beeching Axe, was produced, the line was included for closure, and this was implemented on November the 29th, 1965. The viaduct itself survived the Beeching cuts and is now protected by a Grade 2 listing. Following the abolition of the British Railways Board in 2013, ownership reverted to the Secretary of State for Transport. It is now managed by Highways England Historic Railways Estate. Most of the line is now lost, but the best length for walking is around Trill Curves, where the Trill Farm permits public access through a countryside stewardship agreement with DEFRA. This is not a permanent arrangement and can be withdrawn without public notice, but it can be reached from Trinity Hill Forestry Commission car park. The path starts at the field gate opposite the FC car park, and a small aluminium framed board at the site stile will guide you past the Trinity Beacon site, over the brow of the hill and down to the line about a mile away. Cross the line by another of Payne's bridges and a dog leg down to the trackbed by the remains of a plate layers shelter. Just the brick chimney and the hearth with kettle remain. Follow the track around the curves by turning left. After half a mile, you can return via Trill Farm or take the public path to Axminster Abbey Gate, which is near the Axminster Carpet Factory. It would also be possible to start from here. We hope you've enjoyed this video and this flight around Cannington Viaduct and the information. We are not historians, and most of the information we have found online, so if we have made mistakes, please be kind to us. A wave of the Guards' flag and we'd be away again, the exhaust echoing in the cutting leading to the Trinity Hill Bridge. But soon the steam regulator shut again, rolling down the Shapwick Valley and now gingerly floating across the uneven Cannington Viaduct. Faster again until slowing to squeal around the curves above Uplyme, whistling for the footpath crossing by Hook Farm camping site, rattling over the bridge over Whalley Lane and then under the main road by the Black Dog. Let's hope the brakes hold. The descent continues, right into Lyme's wooden station. We don't want to end up in the saloon bar of the Victoria Hotel across the road. Not that it had ever happened before. If you have enjoyed this video and would like to find out more about the Axminster and Lyme Regis Light Railway, please subscribe and check with our channel. Alternatively, give us a like and put some comments in below, and we'll do our best to get back to you.